hello, family. Welcome to another episode. Let's get it to questions and answers. Let's see what we on, y'all. All right. So this is episode number 65. Should I hire family? This gonna be a good episode. Questions and answers with your CEO 3 times, Alisa Applewhite. Y'all, I want to get let's see. Let's get that way. Oh my God, y'all. So I'm gonna do a whole episode on the brawl that happened yesterday. I couldn't believe it. So definitely after this, but I want to make sure this video is by itself. I'm definitely gonna address that. It was crazy. I seen it. I was up at 5 o'clock in the morning looking at it. It's crazy. But I seen it. So here we go. This is your questions answering live. I am the real Alisa Applewhite. I'm sorry, I keep forgetting that some people don't know me, right? I am your CEO 3 times. Let's get to the banners. Let's get 15 minutes on the clock. That's what I was trying to do over here. But time caught me. There we go. We got 15 minutes on the clock. All right, so let's get to it. So, nope, not that one. All right, so why do I go live Monday through Friday, y'all? It's simple. I go live Monday through Friday because people are always asking me questions. They DM me, they email me, they text me. They ask me questions about healthcare staff, and they ask me questions about business in general. They ask me questions about being a mom, being a wife, being a friend. So I get questions all the time, and I wish that I could answer your questions. One by one, but I can't because I want to give people my full attention, right? So I want to give people the attention to be able to answer your question. And if I do that, if I answer everybody's question at one time, then I won't be able to work or provide for my kids. So I decided to do questions and answers live. We're Monday through Friday, literally. Now tomorrow we won't be here. We're going on vacation. Going on trip. So tomorrow you will get a recording, but I just wanted to make sure that I'm answering your questions live. Y'all keep bringing in the questions. I think we got over 130 questions. I'm so excited because when I was reading through the questions, I was like, oh, this is going to be a good one. Oh, this is going to be a good one, right? So keep sending your questions. When you send me questions in a DM, they go on the question list, especially something fun or crazy or just interesting that I want to know. And I just truthfully want to answer your questions. And I want y'all to see the questions people ask me too. Sometimes it's unbelievable, but we're going to turn it into a question and answer. All right. So that's why we go live to answer your questions. So keep bringing them, y'all. Keep bringing them in. All right. Another thing. Why do they call you CEO 3 times? They call me CEO 3 times because we have 3 companies, y'all. We have 3 whole companies, right? So me and my husband started Top of the Line Healthcare Staffing. This is the healthcare staffing company that staffs medical professionals in hospitals, doctors' offices, and nursing homes. And then we have TOTLHS Hard to Go Inc. That's always really hard to say. But it abbreviates for Top of the Line Healthcare Staffing. And that brings you the Hard to Go Gala, right? Which as of now is November 4th. As of now. That is when we celebrate medical professionals, right? I'm talking about, oh my God, a grand ball for medical professionals. And then this also, we house this nonprofit because it helps us with rental assistance, mortgage assistance, car payment assistance. It helps us financially take care of our medical professional. So this is why we created it, because we were giving so much away to our medical professionals that a business advisor had advised us that it would be best to just do a nonprofit. So, we can still give the way we want to give. All right. So company number 3 is Top of the Line Health. That's company number 1. Let's go down to company number 3 is The Real Alisa Applewhite Consulting. That is our consulting company, right? This is what has brought you questions and answers live. Who calling me during my live? Y'all, I'm telling you, when you in business, people call you all the time to borrow money. You can't just take everybody money though, because they money be high interest. Like, I get so many calls. I'm like, why y'all keep calling me to borrow money when y'all want $8,000 back for $1? Like, stop calling me. Okay, let's get off the thing. All right, so The Real Alisa Applewhite Consulting is a consulting company, again, that has brought you questions, answers, and 15-minute live questions and answers this episode. It also houses our podcast, y'all. It's dropping right Beyond the Scrubs podcast. I talked about this before and said it was dropping. We had to delay it, but this time it is dropping. It's done. I'm so excited. Can't wait for y'all to see our guests, right? So our podcast just talks about medical professionals and patients, and we get to dive into the healthcare universe. We also help everyday people like you, like me. Well, not me, because I'm already a healthcare staffing owner, but we help everyday people to literally start a staffing agency from scratch, and then we help them with government certifications so we can get you ready for that true premium client that not too many people talk about in healthcare staffing, but that's the true premium client. All right. And we also teach, y'all, it's a lot. We teach medical professionals how to be the best medical professional they could potentially be. And then we partner with hospitals and nursing homes to help them to retain their staff, y'all, because we are all about taking care of the holistic patient. We are all about taking care of the holistic medical professional. All right. So that's all what we do in a nutshell. Let's get to the question. Oh my God, I'm going to love this episode. Why should I hire family? Whoever asked this question, thank you. Thank you. This is a great question. So how it is you ask me a question, I give you 3 tips on my opinion, what I think. So I'm going to go through them first, and then I'm going to add in whatever I need to add in, because I find myself lately going through them and then like, oh, I didn't did number 2. So number 1, yes, number 1, after you have established your business. So for most people who don't know, I started my whole entire business with nothing but family and friends, and it backfired like a wildfire. I'm talking about like a wildfire, but it's because I didn't know that this first part right here. Number 1, yes, you should hire family, but you should establish your business first, right? I always talk about Myron Golden, y'all, because I listen to him literally every day. And one of the inspirations that I got from him after being in business with my family was he didn't even hire his own family until he had a certain amount of money in his account, right? His family didn't know that he had a true business until he had a certain amount of money in his account. And what I'm saying to y'all is you have to prepare like your family. It is okay to want a family business. I still want a family business. Like that is my desire, my goal, to make it like family, but just not family, outsiders as well. That now becomes family, but you have to have it established first, right? So things like you got to have money made, saved away. There's certain things in business that people don't tell you that I don't mind telling you, because if somebody would have told me this, and people say, oh, you can start a business and not have money. This is true. You can start a business and not have money, but you're going to put in some work to start with and not have money. But it's things like your credit needs to be great, when you start a business. They don't tell you this, that this is, you don't need a credit to start a business, but you're going to need the credit to maintain the business and to grow the business, right? Other than that, you're just going to be using cash to operate a business, and you're not going to be getting any rewards, right? So I want to be honest with y'all and tell you, like, it's nothing wrong with starting a business with family. But before you start a business with any family, and you are starting this business for the first time ever, you need to start this by yourself. So you know the downfalls, the pits, when it gets hard, what's going to happen. You know what's expected out of the position that you're giving. I literally started a business with my family, gave them some job descriptions and said, this is what the job description say we need to do, and you work it out, because I've never worked that position, and then you tell me how it's working. That's not how you start a business, y'all. That's not how you start a business, right? When you start the business, I'm telling you, they're gonna keep calling. I'm sorry, my Instagram people, how y'all doing over there? When you start the business, right, you start the business by yourself so you can understand what each position holds, right? Now, granted, you want to grow a grand business, but I always tell people, are you in the business to grow it really quickly and exit it? Excuse me, and exit it, or are you in the business to grow it long term? You have to know your exiting plan before you even decide to start the business. What do you want to do with this business? Is this something you want to pass over to your generations, or is this something you want to grow to a large number and then exit out of it, right? I knew that when I started my healthcare staffing business, it was something that I wanted to keep in my generation long term. So as I got older in business, and I say because people age in business, when you age in business, you learn stuff that you shouldn't have done before. As I got older in business, I realized that I don't have to keep hiring my family members to run the business, to keep the business going, right? You can hire professionals to run the business, to keep the business going. But that comes with time. So what I'm saying to you, number one, is yes, you should hire your family in your business, but you should make sure that you are established first. Established meaning you know what's going on with the positions that you're about to give them. You know what to expect, right? You have your KPIs and stuff ready. You have your expectations ready, and you're not emotionally tied to the position that you're going to give them and your family, right? So if you are going to hire your family, it cannot be an emotional decision. It has to be based on skill. That person has to have some type of skill that can take you to the next level, right? They don't have to know the skill of that job, because you can train them or have them trained to know that job, but they got to have some type of skill that's going to make that job pop and make money. Because if that position is not making you the appropriate money, you got to cut it. You got to cut that person in that position, and it's no hard feelings. So yes, make sure you hire family after your business is established, after you have some reserves in your account. Just this is very important. Listen to what I tell you. All right. So number two, I am a firm believer of this. I never think that excuse me. God, I don't know what's going on. Excuse me. I need some water. All right, that's so much better. So I'm a firm believer of this. I did this, and I'm telling you, it backfired like wildflowers. Y'all never hire all family. Never hire all family. You have to have a mixture, right? So if you're going to hire all family, you have to have like 50 to 100 other different people. Do you understand what I'm saying, right? It has to be a mixture. And people say, well, no, we got family businesses that thrive, and they do thrive. You have some family businesses that thrive, but it had to be established first. They had to get mixtures of other people to do stuff, and then they sprinkle family in. Excuse me, I don't know why I'm having this problem today. But then they sprinkle family in. So what I'm saying to you is, when you first start a business, what I did, I hired nothing but family for a year and a half. And I'm telling you, I love my family. I do. But some issues that we had at the house or we had between family made it to the job too many times. And it's just really hard to dictate when you got your mom, your dad, your brother, your son, your sister, your cousin, your friends all working for you. And you just like, y'all leave that at the house. This is a place of business, right? No, we all family. I'm telling you, listen to what I'm saying to you, right? You have to, the family that you hire, you got to realize that, I'm just going to say what Marcus Barney said to me in a private room. Here we go. Marcus, what happened to this video? It's just like the clarity just went out. I don't know what's going on today, y'all. All right. So I don't know what just happened to this video. I'm add myself back. Oh, it's definitely the camera. It's definitely the camera. Oh, there we go. I was about to say, Marcus, they don't want me to say what. So I had the luxury of me and my husband meeting Marcus Barney in a mansion that he had hosted in Las Vegas. And he said to me in a private room, he said to me and my husband, like, I see y'all intentions. I understand where y'all coming from, but everybody can't come with you. That is the most hurtful feeling that anybody can think of who really truly loves their family. Because you're like, I can create a business, everybody can come, everybody can eat, we're going to get to these millions of dollars. And I'm not going to sit here and lie. With my family and my business, we generated over $4.5 million in revenue in 2 years. So they came in, we killed the game, but I'm not going to say that it wasn't a collective of us. We had some that was working really hard, and we had some that was just riding the coattails, but it was family. So what do you do, right? And I don't want y'all to get in this predicament. But when he said that to me, like my dad said it to me prior to Marcus saying it to me. My dad, Curtis Boyd, he said, look around. We was on a Vegas trip. He said, look around. Everybody that's here, have fun with them while you're on this trip. Because when you start this business like you said you are, 50% of them are going to disappear on you. And I said, what? I said, nah, Dad, I've been rocking with these people for 20 years. He said, baby, I've been in business for a long time. And I'm trying to tell you, 50% of these people that's having fun with you right now, they ain't even going to rock with you no more. He was like, it's going to be on a level that you can't even believe. And I'm just like, yo. And when he spoke it, it was crazy. Got into the room with Marcus Barney. He said the same thing. Like, sis, I understand you want to help your family, but you got to understand you can't bring everybody up. And you can't bring everybody up when you trying to come up. He was like, it don't work like that. You have to establish yourself first. Once you establish yourself first, he was like, sprinkle them in. But I honestly, I don't do family and business. He was like, I honestly don't do it. Then he hit me with the Magic Johnson quote. So Magic Johnson famous quote is, I pay my family to stay out of my business, right? But I believe in like the Dan Cathys and the Sam Waltons. I'm like, man, no, I really believe that we can have a strong family business, but it's principles to why they say that, y'all. And this is why I want to be honest with you. It is a principle to why they say that. You have to learn your own business first, right? And then it's okay to sprinkle family in, but you have to learn your own business first. Grant Cardone, Jared Glenn, Brandon Dawson. These are all people that me and my husband had the luxury of being in private rooms with. And they said the same thing. You cannot start a business with family. You got to grind it out first, understand what your business is. And then if that's what you want to do after you're established and you have nothing to lose, then you can add them in, because it becomes emotional. It becomes emotional. You love your family. You want to see your family succeed. But guess what? If you got that brother who just coming in there and complaining they're not working, or you got that cousin that's just always calling out because something, or you have, your parents who they just can't get to the new technology, you emotionally tied to that person, and you can't say to them, this position ain't for you. Right? It's emotional. And once you make business emotional, it's no longer a business transaction. So you got to take that out. And I hope this works for some people and help. But I'm not saying don't do family. What I'm saying is be established first, where you don't have so much to lose. When you are in the growing process and you're establishing a business, you have so much to lose because you don't know the ins and outs and the things that are coming bop you on the head. And you just like, yo, this is real. This is real quick, right? So definitely. Number 2, never hire all family. Add some strangers. Definitely add a lot of more strangers than family. A lot of more strangers than family. All right. Number 3, hire based on skill set, not emotion. I said this, and I am very adamant about this. I did emotion. I hired based on emotion. For the first year of my business. And I'm telling you, y'all, if you hire on emotion, your emotion will get depleted because you are doing things based on emotion, and people are doing things based on who they really are. And you start saying stuff like, I know they didn't reach the quota. I know they didn't get this done and it's been a month, but they got my nieces and nephews to feed. They got to pay their bills. If they're not that concerned, why are you? That's the question you need to ask yourself, right? I get it. I have a heart. Like, I give a lot. I love my medical professionals, but I got to understand as an adult, if you're not concerned about feeding your family, why am I? I give you the opportunity. I give you the opportunity to come in here and make as much money as you potentially make. No cap on what you can make. Like, we can do this together. I have, like, long as I'm paying my bills and I'm getting the things that I need and I'm helping community and stuff, anything extra spills over to the family. We could do this together. Like, That's my mentality. Like, everybody could eat, everybody could be living in mansions, everybody can have a nonprofit where we helping communities. Our communities don't have to suffer no more. But we got to come in here and pour 10,000% every day. I ain't say 100%. I said 10,000% every day. Like, I was going to work, literally going to work at like 7:30 in the morning, leaving at 2 o'clock in the morning, being right back at 7 o'clock in the morning. Like, I did that for months because I knew that I had to establish something that will help my kids to have generational wealth beyond their generation, right? I knew it. And I'm just like, yo, I'm not just establishing this for me. And this is still how I think. This is still my mindset. I'm establishing this for my nieces, my nephews. I'm establishing for my mom, my sister, my brother. They don't even know that I'm sitting here putting in all these hours to establish a company that's going to take care of our family and help our family and our community to live like forever live, right? Like Rockefellers live, like Vanderbilts live. Like, I'm trying to make my name an asset, as Wall Street Travel always say. Like, I'm not trying. I did it. I'm just saying I'm not trying anymore. I did it. But every day I still want to keep doing it to make it more of an asset. And this is what I'm saying to y'all. If you hire based on emotion, you won't truly get to the vision, right? God gave you that vision. So what you need to do is ask God, hey, before you hire people, you really need to go into a private room with God and say, look, I'm considering this person. You already know who this person is. You know, give me some type of vision and insight. Am I on the right path? Am I on the right journey? Is this right? Should I do this right? And God will give you the insight that you need. But what I'm saying to y'all, whoever asked this question, I appreciate this because you're bringing out some stuff that I forgot to even educate about. But definitely, should I hire a family? Number 3, hire based on skill set, not emotion. You need to hire somebody who can actually do the skill. Again, you can train people if they have a basic skill, but there's a limit to training, right? So just a little brief. So they said, Lisa, okay, what's the limit to training? 90 days. That's it. That's all you're getting. That's all you're getting from me. That's it. And that's a lot. Some people just give you 30. But 90 days of training, we're going to train you to get you where we need to. We recording your neck. We recording your numbers every day, right? Some people record numbers weekly. Some people record numbers monthly. But when you're trying to be on a billionaire status, you want to know everything every day. And that's a tip that I learned from Grant Cardone himself. If you're trying to be on a billionaire status, you need to learn all your numbers every day. You need to know what's going in and out your business every day. You need to know who's not reaching what every day. And then you need some captains to tell you why this ain't happening. You don't need excuses. You need a solution for the problem. Like, I understand this is the problem. Now, give me a solution. Don't never have any of your team members come up to you with a problem and don't have a solution. Like, make that a standard from day one. I understand we're going to go through problems in business, but I ain't paying you for problems. I'm paying you for solutions, right? And it gets that cold, y'all. It's just, it gets that cold, but it's certain ways you can say stuff. I learned that too along the way, that I, based on emotion, because I hired on emotion, I would say stuff out of emotion. So I'll be angry, like, I can't believe y'all do it. You can't do that. You can't. So if you don't hire on emotion and you hire based on professionalism, accountability, KPIs, and numbers, because numbers don't lie, people do. Jared Grant told me that, and it changed my mind. It changed my life when I seen my numbers, when I seen physically, finally seen the expectations that I was asking my staff to do and how they were not hitting those expectations, and it brought me to tears. It brought me to disappointment. But when he said that, Alisa, numbers don't lie, people do. So make sure you remember that. Have your numbers, y'all. Know your numbers as a medical professional. Know your numbers as an owner, because your numbers is what's going to get you to that target, is what's going to get you to that goal. All right, so let's keep going, because I could go on this subject forever. So why should I not hire family? We went over 3 tips. Yes, you should hire family after your business is established. Know your growing pains first. Number 2, never hire all family. Sprinkle some strangers in there, y'all. Like, strangers need jobs too. What's wrong with y'all? And number 3, hire based on skill set, not emotion. If y'all follow these 3 tips, you'll have a successful business. And then, you could build your Dan Cathy's and Sam Walton's of the world. For people who don't know who Sam Walton is, he is the creator of Walmart. I get that all the time. Who's Sam Walton? The creator of Walmart? And his family's still the richest family, and the man been passed away for years. All right, so follow me on social media platforms, y'all. The Real Alisa Applewhite. Make sure you follow me on all social media platforms at The Real Alisa Applewhite. Go like my YouTube, y'all. I'm telling you, I got 5,000 views off of one video last night. I was like, yes. I'm telling you, I appreciate y'all. Honestly, I do. Make sure y'all keep watching. Make sure y'all go subscribe to the channel. But definitely go subscribe, y'all. Go subscribe because I'm going to be giving you information to help you change your life. And I'm giving it to you raw. It's unfiltered. It's truly who I am in person. And again, I love talking and answering questions because I want to give you enough value where you can take care of your family, right, in your generation, in your community. That's truly my goal, right? Because when we take care of all of those, we take care of our patients. And I can't say that I'm a medical professional and don't care about the patients. Like, yo, that's big for me. That's huge for me, right? So what I'm saying to you is, y'all, no matter what it is that you do. Oh, let me hit this with, I gotta put it. Go like the Facebook page, right? There you go. All right, let's do these hearts. Hey, Ramazan. I think I'm saying it right. You can tell me if I'm saying it right. But thank you. This and Kimmy Moore. Hey, cousin, love you. Definitely can't wait to see you. So what I'm saying to y'all is, did I say it right? He put in the comments. He did. Awesome, y'all. Check him out. Ramazan, he is on Fiverr. He does killer thumbnails. Gotta give a shout out to him. Very price worthy. Like, y'all need to check him out. If y'all need somebody to do your thumbnails, this is the guy you definitely need to connect to. All right. So what I'm saying to y'all is, look, I absolutely love y'all. I don't know who you are out here, but I want to give y'all advice that some people just, they didn't give me. And it could have been because I wasn't in the rooms at the time. But when I got into the rooms, and this is why I always stress to people, I know it's like, this is expensive, Alisa, 3,000, 5,000, 10,000 to get in the room. But I promise you, you get into the room and you learn enough information to get your money back. And this is why I always stress to people to get into the rooms. I never understood when they said you got to get into the rooms. Like Marcus Barney used to say all the time once I first joined Recession Proof. And then I always talk about Morning Meetup because that's my family. Like, I meet with them literally every day. And David Shands always says you got to get into the rooms. And I promise you, when you get into the rooms with the people that's making the money that you desire to make, the conversation hits different. And it's literally conversations on how you can make passive income, how you can do this to save that, how you can do that to, decrease your taxes, or how this worked for them and now their generation is good. Like, y'all, I'm telling you, the little bit of money that you pay to get into the room, I don't care if it's 20, 30, 50, 60, $100,000. I don't care how much it is. The little bit of money that you sitting there saving in the bank because you're trying to figure this thing out yourself called business. If you take a little bit of that money, get into the rooms, and it could be as cheap as $600, y'all, to get into some of these rooms. $200-$300 to get into some of these rooms. Like, jump on some of these Zooms and get on VIP rooms. VIPs, I think, start at $297, and then $500 to get into the room just to ask one question. And not only ask one question, but hear multiple questions, y'all. I'm telling you. The little stuff that I learned along the way. Me and my husband were just talking about this the other day, because we have a lot of conversations together. The little stuff that I learned, that I executed, literally, once everything is established, I will have 11 passive incomes. 11 passive incomes that will take care of me and my generation for the rest of their lives, because I got into the room. Now you count that. You got one income because you're working. You got one income because you have a business. I have a business, and that would actually be the 12. That would be the 12 passive income. And passive income is just money coming in no matter what, right? All because I got into the room, y'all. I'm so excited. It's giving me chills right now to believe that because I got into the rooms and I executed, not just got the knowledge, but I executed, we will be ending this year with 11 additional passive income. So This is, y'all, listen, I love y'all. Absolutely do. Get into the rooms. God loves you so much more. And this is why he's pouring so much information to y'all and using me as a vessel. There's so many other people he used as a vessel to pour information to you. Get it into your head that we do not have to struggle anymore. Recession does not have to be forever. You just have to get around the right people, and you got to be willing to pay the premium price. You can't keep saying, "Man, this is not working for me. This ain't happening. Like, I can't keep this job. Like, I'm about to get fired. I'm about to do all this and not have passive incomes." At this point, it's just on you, because your mindset is not changed. So get with people like me that I can help you reset your mindset. Once it opens up, nobody can bring it back down to the level of where it was. All right, y'all. Love y'all. Remember that God absolutely loves you way more than any person you can even imagine, even more than your mama. I said it, even more than your mama. So make sure you tap into God, get that energy, get that source, get that love. So until tomorrow, I'll see you again. I'm actually going live again because I want to do the Alabama Brawl. So give me about 5-10 minutes. I'm going to set up a live and I'll be live again. Love y'all, family. Bye-bye. Oh, no, we're not ending the broadcast. What we doing, girl? Look at me. I've been talking and I ain't got... Y'all know I ended with this.
Healthcare is affected by everything, right? You could be walking and have a stroke, have a heart attack. Now you are in the healthcare system, right? You can just all of a sudden start having mental issues, and now you're in the healthcare system, right? You could be minding your business and somebody can come in and shoot you, or hit your car or something like that, and now you are in the healthcare arena. And this is why healthcare is so important to me, because to me it matters who's at the bedside, right? So I always say to people, it doesn't matter to me that I have a nurse that say, hey, I'm a nurse, or I'm a CNA, and they show up at the building, right? That doesn't show me their integrity. Their integrity, their accountability, their professionalism, it shows when the door is closed. That is how you know how true a person is to their mission of being a healthcare professional, right? It's how they treat the patients with the doors closed. And my goal is to help to educate healthcare staffing owners and also medical professionals, and again, hospitals, on how to help medical professionals get back to that mindset of how to treat people when the door is closed.